Introducing first, from Washington, D.C., weighing 317 pounds, Batista. Introducing the individual who drew number 2. From Detroit, Michigan, weighing 243 pounds, Muhammad Hassan.
This sold-out crowd is on its feet here in St. Louis, Missouri. Michael Cole, here with Taz and ringside.
I'll tell you, Cole, these WWE fans are so fired up, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
There's the reversal, Cole. There is no doubt that Batista made a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair, watch this.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think.
And there's the reversal.
No doubt what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth.
If they don't yet, I'm sure they will by the end of the match, Taz. It really burns me out to see someone like Muhammad Hassan come into the WWE and badmouth everyone after all the opportunities he's been given.
Whoa, 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 hold up, Cole. As far as I can tell, no one's given Hassan nothing.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. It's obvious these superstars have studied each other real carefully, Cole.
No question about that, Taz. You won't last long against an opponent you haven't done your homework on.
I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
They certainly don't look like they're going to give anything less than 100% here tonight.
He dodged that bullet.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great.
You sure can. SmackDown's got the greatest superstars in the greatest matches for the greatest fans in all of sports entertainment. He anticipated that move perfectly.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
That was a textbook reversal. Hit the showers. You're out of the match. He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
You don't look too thrilled about it, but out is out. See it.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds and enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped. There he goes, tossed out of the ring and out of this match.
Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. Tough luck. Guess they'll live to fight another day. You know, I know I say this a lot, Cole, but this is not ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And
Whoa! He just got eliminated. Can you believe that? He's tuning up the bend.
And there he goes! Sweet chin music!
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, and there's an elimination.
Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's gonna win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're gonna have a permanent limp.
We've seen an excellent match so far, and it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot, Cole. And that's a good thing. I don't think we can ever get sick of watching these superstars go at it.
Me neither, partner. This one's got rematch written all over it. A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. What a reversal. Boy, Christian's a real piece of work. I don't think I've ever seen someone as in love with himself as he is.
I think you're just jealous of Christian, that's what I think. I mean, Cole, look at you. You're a mess. He's not. You're a mess.
What are you talking about? I'm not jealous of Christian at all. If I started acting like him, I'd hope my friends would tell me to stop being such a jerk.
Okay, first of all, genius, they're peeps, not friends. And speaking of friends, oh man, look out below!
What a huge elbow drop! What a counter that was! The pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going.
And pride's a powerful emotion. But when you just plain run out of gas, there's nothing in the world that can keep you going.
Well, it doesn't look like they're running on empty quite yet, but
Sayonara, Scout. See you next time.
he saw that one coming.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters it like that. That's the way you do it. Pick on an area and work it over.
That's what we've seen here tonight, and it's paying off.
He slipped out of that one.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy picking.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get. Great reversal!
These superstars are putting on a clinic in there.
Yeah, and not a health clinic. I don't think they'll be the same after this one.
I don't think this is going to last much longer, Cole. Talk about running on empty. Watch it. He reversed it. This one's going to keep on going until someone can't go anymore.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now. I think he's going for his finisher here.
T-bone suplex. Hey, you know what hit that, right? Hey.
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
There we go. Out of the ring and out of the match. This is not just a match anymore, Cole. These superstars have got a legitimate beef with each other.
They do indeed. There's a lot of bad blood here for sure.
And if this keeps up much longer, that bad blood's gonna wind up all over the place. I'll tell you what, right now, man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter. Man, this match is so good. it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, girl pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on...
I think that's... Yes, it's an elimination. This is going to be big, one way or the other.
You know, I don't care how bad you want to win the match. The fact of the matter is the human body is only capable of so much. Nice quick counter.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Don't bother, Cole. I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far. With no signs of stopping, he just didn't have enough left to hang on.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think. But these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup. And I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed. But I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world, doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. I went into this expecting a good match. I'm just saying, it's even better than I thought it would be.
I know exactly what you mean. These superstars certainly are pulling out all the stops. That's one less superstar to deal with.
Oh, geez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
He's gonna throw his back out if he keeps this up.
And that certainly wouldn't do him any favors in this match. Nice reversal.
This one could still go either way, Cole.
It sure could. It's not over until the referee calls for the bell.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
Steven Richards, I remember this guy from back in the old ECW days. You don't call this Richards, he's a little bit of a nutcase. I like that about him.
Richards certainly is a few sandwiches short of a picnic, but I don't know if that's a...
Wow, great reversal.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing, Cole. Oh, God. He tried to hang on, but not hard enough. He's out. And there's the counter, Cole. You know, we've seen some pretty good back-and-forth action here, but you don't see too many matches end that way.
No, you don't. And I think we'll see one superstar. There he goes. This one's over for him. How much can these superstars? He's out of the match and on his way to the locker room.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. And this match is over for that superstar. This crowd has really gotten behind Eugene, and it's easy to see why. Here's a kid who's had to overcome a lot of obstacles in his life, and now he's in a WWE ring, living out his dream of being a WWE superstar.
Well, you know what? Eugene better wake up from his nice little dream. But this is not a fantasy camp, Cole. This is the WWE, and people get hurt here. And if Eugene don't start getting serious, he's gonna get hurt.
I think he takes it very seriously, Taz. Just because he loves what he's doing doesn't mean that he doesn't work hard at it. Look at how focused he is.
How focused he is? Come on, Cole. How focused? You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz. You're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind.
I wonder if we're going to see anything this good on Raw next Monday, Cole.
Come on, Taz. I think we both know the answer to that.
You got to be careful when you're going up there. Seems like things have quieted down a little bit here, Cole.
I think this may just be the calm before the storm, Taz.
I think Jindrak had better spend a little less time on bodybuilding and a little more time in the ring working on his in-ring skills to make it in this game.
What are you talking about, Taz? I think Jindrak's progress has been extremely impressive so far, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting him through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match.
He's in trouble, Cole. I am telling you. His opponent's really softened him up.
And now one good submission move could end this match.
You're not going to see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
You'll get no argument from me, Taz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment.
I think he's going to fly, Cole. Chris Benoit's a great technical wrestler. I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there. You never know what to expect from these superstars, Cole. I mean, this could be over in 60 seconds or 60 minutes.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Taz. I'm really enjoying this match.
This could be big, but it could backfire real bad, too.
Look at this. Could it be?
Damn right it is, Cole. And that's a heck of a finisher right there. I can't remember the last time I seen a crowd so pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight.
career, but trust me, Tajiri, pound for pound, what...
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle. I think it's just completely sick the way these fans cheer on this Eugene guy. Come on, Cole. I mean, they just want to see him get in the ring and get whooped and get beat up. It's wrong.
They don't, Taz. They cheer Eugene because he's an...
Man, what a ride! It took him all the way out of the match. Looks to me as this can go down in the books as an instant classic.
I think just about every match has that potential, Taz. This is the WWE after all.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy to stay right where I am. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they get fired up like this. You know, Cole, I was a huge Chris Benoit fan when he was here on SmackDown. But now after thinking about it, I think there's a good reason why he jumped to Raw. I think Benoit knew he never would be WWE champion here on SmackDown.
Oh, his opponent has been picking him apart all match.
Yeah, and I think it's just about to pay off. I think this proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Yeah, and even if you did, you'd have to listen to a couple of yahoos jabbering about puppies and government mules and scolded dogs. I tell you, it's like a damn zoo over there. I think Tajiri's a little bit out of his league here tonight, Cole. I don't like his odds in winning this match.
Tajiri's a former cruiserweight, United States, and...
Uh-oh, you know what's coming next, Cole.
Tombstone, pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
I think it's only a matter of time before we see a submission.
That would certainly be the smart move to make.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. The WWE superstars are all superb athletes, but they're also human beings, and there's only so much punishment a human body can take. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're gonna see that fire go out pronto.
These superstars have proven time and again that they're willing and able to go the distance.
Well, you don't go too far in this business if you're not, Cole.
That's for sure, partner. There's always someone right behind you, ready to overtake you if you can't keep up.
See, now this is how you win a match, Cole. You work over your opponent until they can't fight back. Man, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed in that ring over the years.
And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
there's no... The most frustrating thing in the world is when you want to keep fighting, but you know you ain't got nothing left. This has been a real rocket bus of a match so far, Cole.
It has indeed, but I think this crowd would like to see these superstars pick up the pace a little bit.
What are you talking about? This is some classic old-school wrestling here. Picking your spots and waiting for your opportunities.
Ladies and gentlemen, he just eliminated him with authority.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it! A tombstone power driver!
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now. Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got any others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose? Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner? These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night.
And the fans sell out these arenas night after night, Taz. Sounds like a pretty fair trade to me. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the Deadman's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
I think we know which way this one's gonna go, Cole.
Actually, Taz, from my perspective, I think it could go either way.
And what perspective would that be exactly? The perspective of somebody who has a neck that resembles a stack of dimes? You know, a lot of guys call themselves the best in the business, but in Triple H's case, I think he's right on. Man, I'll tell you, I'd love to have him on SmackDown.
You've got to be kidding me, Taz. Triple H has systematically destroyed the Raw roster. He might be the most hated superstar of all time.
Yeah, but don't kid yourself, Cole. The fans tune in every week to see what the game has got on his mind and what the game is going to do to somebody. Let me tell you something. Triple H, he puts butts in the seats. Jeez, what a match. I got no idea what these superstars are going to do next.
That makes two of us, partner. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so exciting.
I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Taz. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
This ain't about winning or losing anymore, Cole. This has become real personal.
Well, with the way they've been beating the hell out of each other, I'm not surprised.
I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one. I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the end of this match.
You're probably right, Taz. They're so focused on a victory that they don't care what they have to put themselves through to get it. Look at this, Taz. This could be it.
Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that.
You won't find better athletes than the WWE superstars, but they've got their limits. Limits which may have been reached here tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
If you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're going to get an answer tonight.
You might be right, Taz. It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, they got too much pride to give less than 100% in there.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Cole. This is a great match, and the fans are way into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down.
Looks as if the damage may have been done here.
I think we're one submission move away from the end of this match. These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy.
Look at this, Cole. Look at this.
Oh my God, there's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer. This can't go much longer, Taz. Look at the physical condition of these superstars.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE Super... Oh, no. I think he's bleeding from that last shot.
Whoa, you're not kidding, Cole. He's busted wide open.
Get in there and take a look at him, Ref. I don't know how much longer this can go, Taz. These superstars are starting to look like they're running on fumes.
I think they're slowing their pace down a little bit, Cole, and that's a good way to refocus your energy, but you also give your opponent time to recover. That's not good.
It certainly isn't. But if you try to rush things, you could wind up making a critical mistake that could cost you the match. I think the SmackDown locker room is extremely grateful that Triple H is not a part of it.
Then the SmackDown locker room was full of idiots, Cole. And there ain't no bigger icon in the business today than Triple H. Come on, let's face it.
There's no question that Triple H has been a huge success, Taz, but he stepped over a lot of bodies on his climb to the top.
You know, you can't take a beating like this and expect to win the match, Cole. I don't think this is going to last much longer. So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same.
Triple H is the man, Cole. I've been in the ring with this dude, and I'm not ashamed to say he took me to limits, and he got the victory. I've got a lot of respect for anyone who can pull that one off.
Wait a second. You're telling me that your entire opinion of the man is based on the fact that he beat you in a match years ago?
Yep, that's my opinion.
Well, these superstars have inflicted so much damage on each other that I'm getting exhausted just watching them.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest doubt into your mind, you can forget about it.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
These superstars are pounding the heck out of each other. How much longer can they keep this up?
I don't know, Taz, but you can bet that it's going to get a lot worse before it's over.
Oh, man, here it comes.
And that might be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move. How much more abuse can a human being take? If this match doesn't end soon, I think we might have a serious injury on our hands.
You look at any other sport in the world, and you won't find a single athlete that can compare with a WWE superstar.
And there's a reason for that, Taz. There are no off-seasons here in the WWE. If you're a superstar, you're performing every week of the year.
We're not talking about just swinging a bat or kicking a ball, neither. WWE is the most physical competition you can be part of, hands down. Well, the name of the game is to beat your opponent down until they can't do a thing about it. And that's exactly what's happening here. These superstars are beating the living hell out of each other, and these fans are eating it up.
It's what they came to see, Taz, and these superstars are making sure they don't go home disappointed. What an incredible match! I hope we get
got to be kidding me. That's it? It's over?
Sure looks that way, partner. And I'm not any happier
Here's your
about it than you
winner,
are.
What a rip-off. I'll tell you
The
what, we better get a rematch. We're
Undertaker.
seriously steamed.